To understand cultural studies, especially the foundations of the Birmingham School, we must first understand Antonio Gramsci. Gramsci's life was shaped by poverty, illness, and the political unrest of early 20th century Italy. But it was precisely these personal and historical struggles that gave rise to his revolutionary ideas that redefined how we understand culture, power, and resistance. 1. Early life and identity struggles. Antonio Gramsci was born in the Sardinian town of Ailes in 1891, into a family of Arbëresh, Albanian origin. In his early years, he embraced Sardinian nationalism, trying to understand the inequality between Italy's north and south. He believed that the north exploited the south, a view rooted in his ethnic and regional identity. Gramsci's early thought was shaped by a deep sense of injustice. Before he turned to class struggle, he saw inequality through the lens of regional and ethnic conflict. 2. Personal hardship and the seeds of political consciousness. At the age of 3, Gramsci developed a spinal condition that left him hunched. At 11, his father was imprisoned for embezzlement, and the family fell into severe poverty. Gramsci dropped out of school and was raised in the harsh realities of working-class life. He later described himself as a worm in a cocoon that could never loosen. His illness, poverty, and isolation from early education made him acutely aware of how power shapes opportunity. 3. From nationalism to socialism. Gramsci feared physical labor would be fatal to his weak body, so he saw intellectual life as his only survival path. Influenced by his socialist brother, he moved from ethnic nationalism to Marxist socialism. His time in Turin, 1911 to 1915, was crucial. Here, industrial inequality and worker struggles pushed him toward revolutionary politics. Gramsci's fall from middle-class stability into the working-class struggle was more than personal, it was political. 4. Factory councils and political activism. In 1919, Gramsci supported factory councils, where workers organized themselves and occupied factories. These councils became symbols of direct worker control. In 1921, he co-founded the Italian Communist Party, cementing his role in radical politics. From theory to action, Gramsci was not only a thinker, but an organizer of real resistance. 5. The political landscape of Italy. Italy was in chaos after World War I. Black small square thousands dead. Black small square banking collapse. Black small square rising unemployment. Black small square political fragmentation. Gramsci observed how the fascists, Catholics, and communists all competed for power amid public unrest. This moment of crisis set the stage for Gramsci's most important question: how is power maintained, not by force alone, but through culture? 6. North-South divide and structural inequality. Italy's north was industrialized and invested in. The south was left behind in agrarian poverty. Poor farming methods, exploitative landlords, and rapid population growth deepened inequality. Epidemics like cholera, typhus, and malaria plagued southern regions like Sardinia. Land was scarce, jobs were few, and poverty was systemic. Gramsci's roots in the rural south never left him. His theory of cultural hegemony was born from observing how inequality was normalized through tradition, religion, and media. Antonio Gramsci's life was a map of marginalization, ethnic, regional, physical, and economic. But from these margins, he developed one of the most powerful concepts in modern political thought: hegemony, the idea that domination happens not just through violence, but through culture, consent, and common sense. To understand Gramsci is to understand how the powerless can resist not just with weapons, but with meaning. His legacy lives on in every critical question we ask about media, culture, and society.